Hey everyone, Fraser Brooks here, coming to you live from Germany. If you're watching the replay, because I know it takes a few seconds for people to jump on live, if you're watching the replay, please let me know by dropping in replay underneath. And also, if you are new, watching this live new, let me know by typing in new as well. For those of you who are jumping on live, whilst jumping on, could you do me a massive favour and let me know if you're watching on a phone or on a tablet or on a laptop or on a desktop. I'm kind of getting a feel for it, and it looks like literally 8 out of 10 people, 8 out of every 10 people, 80 out of every 100 people, 800 out of every 1,000 people are viewing on their phones, which is crazy, right? Because this time last year, the majority are probably on like maybe iPads or computers, and now like literally everyone's on their phone, which is amazing. Give me some love hearts. Give me a load of love hearts if you are on this live, because you know that every Tuesday and Sunday I do these Facebook Lives. Just drop a load of love hearts in. And again, if you're new, just drop it and you won't have an absolute clue. So drop a new in. So obviously for those of you who have been speaking, a lot of people actually don't know this, but this week has been one of the hardest weeks of my entire life, to be honest with you. I literally don't stop before I kind of go into all this. So I literally don't stop. I just constantly work and constantly helping other people, because when, again, I say this all the time, when your mission means more than the commission, you kind of do whatever, you move mountains to get it done. But on, it was yesterday, Sven? Yesterday. It was yesterday I had to do the call, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, this is how crazy it's been. So yesterday, my mum and dad are in Spain seeing my granddad. He's not being too well, and my mum called me basically and said, I'm gonna put your, oh Jesus, it's hard to say this. I'm gonna put you on the phone, and I want you to tell your granddad how much you love him. All right, and I told him, and it was one of the hardest things I've had to do. I've only had to do it twice. I wasn't there for my nan. I was in the room with my granddad, and I had to literally speak to my granddad. I didn't really know how bad it was, and I had to tell him. Maybe 2 hours later, he passed away. So, 2 seconds. I don't share it on social media and stuff. It's not that kind. Obviously, I share it now because I know I've not replied to a lot of people yesterday, and recently I've been getting a shitload of hate on people who are just jealous and they're getting the wrong end of the stick of some things. And you know what? I go through I've got to deal with so much different stuff, supporting the industry. So many haters of the industry coming to me and saying, you should be locked up, you should be in prison because you're helping people promote these pyramid schemes and scams. And I'm dealing with this sort of stuff, personal stuff, and I'm still getting attacked each and every time. So I'm not someone who's going to make a post and post it on there, although I do from mark of respect. So he's obviously watching me, and I'd love it. I'd love it if you could just go crazy on the love heart emojis for him, just so I know. Because I know he supports me as much as I support you guys. Jesus Christ. So, right. So again, I support you guys for what you're doing in the network marketing industry. I support you guys for the support that you give me. And I support you guys who are out there actually hustling and fighting the fight, and dealing with the idiots, dealing with the idiots who are out there who just uneducated about network marketing, and that's fine, But when people are being idiotic, when people are not getting to know the facts before making a decision or treating you like a bad person, then that drives me crazy. And for those of you who do know what's been going on, then I appreciate you guys reaching out, and there's a few of you just message there reaching out to see if they could help me out with literally anything. So anyway, I hate to start lives off like that. Me, I'm a super positive person, but guys, everyone has bad times in their life. Not every week is great. In fact, when I was starting out, 9 out of 10 days were awful. And then as a year went by, 8 out of 10 days were awful. Then another year went by, 7 out of 10 days were awful. Another year went by, 6 out of 10, and so on. And now maybe 2 or 3 days out of 10 are bad, right? But what I understood, it's horrible to do. What I understood, let me just take some more water. What I understood was that it's not necessarily a bad day. It's usually a bad moment in the day. And it's how you react to that moment that kind of sets you up for the rest of the day and the rest of the week, okay? So one thing, hey Nikki, one thing that I've learnt over the years is like, your days are, for those of you who play golf, you'll understand this. The professional golf, the amateurs, and there's a massive difference between amateur golf and professional golf. So you hit the tee, you play on a hole, at the end of the hole, if you play really, really, really bad, yes, and there's no vodka in the bottle. If you play really, really bad, you can carry that mindset over to the next hole, and you're just awful. You're just absolutely awful. However, the professionals, they forget the bad hole, they forget the bad moments, they forget the bad shots, and just go, right, that's done now, I can't do anything about it, I'm just going to crack on. I'm just going to carry on, and I'm just going to go for it. And that's what you need to do. You need to forget the bad moments. You've got to think, right, if it doesn't matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it. That's one of my mottos, one of my life rules now. Yes, granted, my granddad passing away will matter in 5 years because he won't be there for me. But it's how I react and how I leave a legacy that he'll be proud of, really. And it was my dad's dad, so my dad's dealing with it how he's dealing with it. So, with that being said, the candle will continue to burn brightly, as you guys know why. So yeah, if you have any questions, it is Sunday Q&A. My girlfriend got me this little cool thing. We turned the light on and it was like literally, if this is too bright, let me know. Ding! It's like our own little Vegas. I think it's too bright though, what do you think? Uh-oh. It's too bright, isn't it? Yeah, we'll figure that one out at some point, but she got me that because recently we hit 10,000 followers on this profile. I'm not going to say it's I know it's my profile, it's got my name, but it's you guys who are supporting it. It's you guys who are growing it. It's you guys that are supporting it. So we hit the 10k. Candle commissions. We hit the 10k, and that's all because of you. So I just wanted to say thank you. And she got me that as little like, way 10k, woohoo! So thanks for that. Anyway, right, let's get into it. If you have any questions tonight, I'm going to probably be another. God, I've just spent another 20 minutes. I've spent 8 minutes just going on about different things. So if you have any questions for me, anything at all, could be network marketing, social media, mindset, anything. Personal development, feel free to ask away and I'll answer it for the next 20 minutes or so. All right? Let's see what kind of questions we get. Look, oh days. You know what? It's crazy. It's all backlogged, the comments, so it's just taken me a while. So, okay, yeah. So I recently got asked this one. Okay, here we go. For my colleagues with you, can you explain it? Phrase, I see a few of my colleagues are with you. Can you explain what you do? Ellie, yeah, I help network marketers build their business using social media. I give free generic coaching and training every Tuesday and Sunday night, as well as having a VIP community it's paid for called the Ninja Networker. And we do literally webinars all over the place. So if one of your colleagues are not in network marketing, they're looking to get involved in network marketing, then they should hit you up and ask what is network marketing. And also for them independently, go and read The 4-Year Career by Richard Bliss Brooke. If you're a reader, if you're an audio kind of listener, go and listen to the audio because it's absolutely phenomenal. It'll help you a lot more, understand it a lot more. What do you do with people that join you and dip in and out? Gemalyn, to be honest with you, when people dip in and out, it's finding the people who are going to be committed. I think in life, network marketing is a lot like relationships in a way. You've got those people who, and maybe it's not the right time of their life. They feel like they need to, or they want to do network marketing, or they feel like they need to be in a relationship, but they're just not at the right moment in their life where they've had that big realization of, holy crap, I need to get a girlfriend. Holy crap, I need to get a boyfriend. Okay, they need to have that realization, and it's oh my days, I need to do this business. I have to make it work. So it's just finding the people who got it's the right time for them to hit it hard. It's always new blood. My dad always says to me, so Fraser, new blood is the lifeblood in network marketing. Never ever stop finding people. Don't ever slip into management mode, because there's no big money in management. All right. Here we go. How can we help you? And just keep supporting, keep being a friend, and keep sharing the love, and keep fighting the fight. And don't focus on blowing someone else's candle out or flame out. Do you want steak or mince? Lauren, you choose, right? Lauren's a friend of mine. Helped her out with the Facebook account, and she's getting me some pasties. So steak or mince? What would you guys choose? If you were to get some pasties as a gift, if someone was to send you a load of pasties, right? This Sunday Live's gone a bit weird. But if someone was to send you a load of pasties, would you choose steak or would you choose mince? Right? What would you choose? Let me know in the comments. Although that's probably a little bit off topic. What's your best mindset tip? Yeah, Angela, my best mindset tip is most likely going to be stop judging other people. The reason for that is the more you judge other people, the more you get judgment back. All right. So if you're judged, look at her hair, look at the shirt he's wearing, look at his crooked teeth, you'll most likely think other people are going to do the same thing to you. All right. You're most likely going to think that. Okay. So stop judging other people. That's just a quick tip. How important is attending events? Attending events is literally everything. Again, I always say to create culture, you need to. For those of you who saw my crazy, I am live, by the way, this is me. For those of you who saw that crazy last week's or Tuesday's crazy live in the bloody trucker car park in the middle of Germany somewhere, it was the most bizarre thing I've ever done. That, well, one of the most bizarre things. One of the most bizarre things I've ever done, especially recently. So the answer to your question is important to go to events to build the culture. You got to laugh with someone. You got to lie. You got to laugh with someone. You got to cry with someone. You got to hug with someone. And you can only hug someone when you go to the events. Whether that's a one-on-one meeting, whether that's a big meeting. Personally, when you're starting out, I actually believe that meeting people one-on-one in coffee shops is way better than taking 5 to 10 people to a big event when you're starting out. The reason for that, and it totally depends really on your company and your list, but if you can get in front of people who are in your local area, then the more intimate a meeting is, the more questions they get answered, the stronger the connection can be and the relationship can be, and the higher chance they've got of kind of believing what you're saying and buying into what you're saying, and the higher chance of them joining. They do the same thing, and then there's a group of you, like 10 of you, then 10 of you go, and you maybe bring 1 or 2 people each with you to the big events. Because if I've got 2 people, I can link my arm around that one, I can link my arm around this one, and they literally don't have to leave my side, and I can communicate with both of them in a 3-way conversation. If I take like 10, 20 people there, they've all got questions, 2 of them are on their phones, the other 2 are looking at them on their phones and like, oh, that looks really fun. Oh yeah, let's just play on our phones all day long. Yeah. Oh yeah, I hate it when that happens. And top tip, if you're running events, tell people not to be on their phone. If you're running the event and you've got distributors in the room, this is a massive top tip, by the way, guys. If you're doing an event and you've got distributors in the room, make sure that they do not touch their phone at all, because events are all built on energy, right? So the success of a meeting usually depends on the energy. There's 50-50, so there's 100 people in the room, let's say 20 people in the room, 10 are distributors, 10 are guests. And those 10 distributors are like, oh, I've heard this before, God, this presentation keeps going on and on and on. Oh, I've heard this 38 times in the last week, I'm bored of this, and I hope my prospects are going to like it so I can stop making some bloody money. They're like this. Crossed armed, and they're slouched down in the chair, so you can hardly even see them. It's just like, oh God, double chinned and everything, checking their phone, checking their watches, but they're mostly on their phone, right? They're crossed armed. What the hell is the guest next to them thinking? The guest next to them, who's their friend, is going, God, if this is what's going to happen to Bob, this is what's going to happen to me. Looking at Bob, I don't want anything to do with this. So you know what? I'm going to slouch and I'm going to crouch and I'm going to go check the football scores on the event as well. Oh, yeah. And then it has a compound effect. It has a knock-on effect. Then everyone is just slouching. Everyone's just like, oh, this is crap. And then when the presenter is asking for your feedback, everyone's going, and then and people, when the presenter says, so, is it a fit for you? Is it a fit? Can all the guests please raise their hands? And they're like, oh, can't be arsed. I can't be arsed raising my hand. If you can't be arsed raising your hand, you're probably not going to be able to build a bloody business, mate. However, if the distributors who are attending the event are taught and told to participate throughout the hour presentation, it's not a long time, is it? You know, it's not a long time, and it's like, so what do you think of this? Awesome, yeah, great, woo! I'm not saying like proper hype it up and that, just like, yeah, great, cool, like edge of the seat sort of stuff. Your guest will be on the edge of the seat as well, right? Your guest will most likely participate as well, and your guest will leave absolutely buzzing, begging for more, instead of, oh, I could have done this at home, I could have watched me whatever I watch at home, I could have done this, I could have watched X Factor on repeat, I could have seen Fraser get kicked out of X Factor last week, blah, 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 right? Energy is so important in events. So, Si, thanks for your question, buddy. Love the Q&A sign. Yes, Vincenzo, thanks, mate. If you could read just one book again, what would it be? Lydia, good one, that. If you could read just one book again, what would it be? To be honest with you, it would be the book that kind of changed my life and opened my eyes to network marketing. I don't think I've shared this story really, but the book's Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and I highly recommend, if no one's read that, it's, in my opinion, if someone hasn't read Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's kind of like a sign of where their personal development journey is at. I don't know why, but it's always the one that I heard growing up. Like, have you read Rich Dad Poor Dad? Rich Dad Poor Dad, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Rich. And I held off. I was like, oh no, I don't really want to learn about a rich dad and a poor dad. Makes no sense to me. Not interested. I read the book and my eyes, honestly, I didn't wear glasses at the time, so I can't even see myself. My eyes literally just opened up wide, and you've all seen me without my glasses and how strange I look without my glasses, right? Although I didn't start wearing them until I was like 22, all right? Okay, so yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad, because it just completely opened my eyes, changed my life to creating assets, and I saw network marketing as the biggest asset that I could ever create. Low joining fee, because I had like £12 in my bank account when I started. I was a student. My mum and dad didn't give me money, so I was a student. I had like all my student debt kind of just got spent down the pub, like a lot of people's student debt. I kind of expect, maybe just me, but yay, let's get smashed. That was basically the motto. Yeah, and I read that book and just thought, oh my days, I need to create these assets, and network marketing was the best one, where low outcome, a low outlay, like low amount of money, I just put a high amount of time in it, commit myself, boom, and eventually I'll have a lot of time and I'll have a lot of money. That's what made me kind of open my eyes. Congrats on 10K, thank you very much, Nina. Do you know any sites that help promote your job opportunities sales? To be honest with you, the best site that I recommend, Emily, is Facebook. I don't think there's any point in going on to Craigslist and Gumtree and the Job Centre. My dad used to put adverts in the Job Centre, but you're then attracting people, and on Craigslist as well, you're then attracting people who are looking for a job. And people who are looking for a job never end up doing well in network marketing. I've never really known it. It's always the people who've got that little bit of entrepreneurship in them, that want it to succeed, and they do. So the best site to help promote your job and your opportunity is actually, it's two parts. The best site, in my opinion, is Facebook, but you don't want to promote your job opportunity or sales. You want to promote yourself. People join people at the end of the day. And if you promote your lifestyle, you promote your development, you promote your transformation, right? People will in turn join you. Network marketing is a long career, right? I know we say it's a 4-year career, and yeah, that's great. In 4 years, you can replace any job income, really. You can make anywhere from £30,000 to £100,000 in 4 years. Some people do a lot more, some people don't do as much. But if you're completely committed for 4 years, spending all your spare time on it, you will have pretty decent success. However, I'm just going to let you know, when that happens, when you hit the £30,000, £40,000, £50,000 or £100,000 in a year in network marketing, you get the bug. and you've got people in your team doing 20, 30, 40, 50,000 pounds, and when they get that, they get the bug, and you don't ever want to stop, but you don't need to stop, right? Especially like if you're aiming for retirement, great, you can have that little retirement pot. But if you're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, in 4 or 5 years, you're going to be mid to late, or the next generation, the next decade. You're gonna you're just gonna get the bug, and you're gonna keep running with it. So promote yourself on Facebook. Don't promote yourself in a weird way, right? Don't be exposing yourself. Woo! Let's not be doing that. There are some people out there who do actually do that by spamming you saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a marriage proposal." Woohoo! Maybe not that. Maybe something else, right? Yeah. Some people have sent some really strange body parts, strange photos of body parts, strange body parts, strange. Yeah. Okay. Fraser, move on. Can I ask who inspires you, Fraser, and why? Yeah, Lisa, my dad, and my mum, actually, even more so. Sorry, Dad. Those guys inspire me the most, simply because they said yes to network marketing, simply because I've seen them sacrifice so much time, energy, and money to, I say money, like it's not really anything really as in compared to what they've got back, but I've seen them sacrifice a lot to better the life of me, my brother, and the people around us. And my mum solely for just supporting my dad every single day. My dad is like a super positivity, woo! He always has been since I've been growing up. And my mum's, and he's dead optimist, so optimistic, if Tony Robbins says hey, you need to dream bigger than you've ever dreamed before, your dreams should scare you, his dreams scare dreams. If that makes sense, right? That's how kind of scary his dreams are. My mum is kind of more grounded, more realistic, and seeing her deal with that is absolutely hilarious. I'm sure she's lost her mind a few times, but yeah, she inspires me, and she's just absolutely incredible. Right, okay, so any tips on how to recruit potentials, Victoria? Yes, share more stories, share more experiences, share more results, and share different people's transformations, and that'll get you basically to sponsor more people. It's all about the stories, guys, if you haven't figured that one out. Literally storytelling, and probably in 2 weeks' time, maybe 2 weeks' time, I'm going to share you a breakdown of how to be an absolute beast at storytelling. If you want to know that, I think it's about 6 steps. It's not how to create your own story. I've already done that in a Facebook Live. I think it was episode 22 or something. But I'm going to break down exactly how to be a better storyteller, what part of the story you should tell, how simple, what parts you need to focus on, what connects with the emotions. If you want that, type yes in the comments, and I'll go back through the comments after and see how many yeses there are. If there are a decent amount of yeses, I'll do that training in a couple of weeks. If not, hey, I won't do it. Here we go. Yes, some people can be very, very cruel. You just gotta mix around people who aren't going to be cruel and nasty to you. Right, do people see more on a personal profile than a group page? Yes, personal profile wins all the time, in my opinion, especially because it's the most duplicatable. I don't know if duplicatable is a word. Have you ever typed, let me know, guys, have you ever typed duplicatable in your phone, in your iPhone, if you've got autocorrect? You type duplicatable, and then it just autocorrects, and it's no, that's not a word. Duplicatable is not a word. I'm pretty sure everyone in network marketing said the word duplicatable a bajillion times. That's not a bajillion, what's that? 1,000,000 times, right? My dad always says, I've told you 1,000,000 times, not to exaggerate. Woo. Okay, bad joke. Okay, I don't know, I type it in, duplicatable, and it just says, no, that's not a word, move on. Right, okay, now, Fraser, I have complete block recruiting, and I have no idea why. I do my mindset and I coach it on it. Big on attraction marketing, but it's a brick wall, so frustrated. Emma, that happens. It can happen. It's what you got to think about, right? Is a pack of cards. You got to think of a pack of cards, and there's 52 cards. There's always 2 jokers, so take the jokers out. It's 52 cards, and you're going to shuffle them up. Good. I'm going to be careful with my hand actions there. Wait. Oh, right. I'm going to stop. I'm going to shuffle the cards, okay? And then my goal is to get the pack of cards, and I'm just going to flip them over one by one, face up. Okay, so it's a 2. And my goal is to find the aces, right? My goal is to find the aces. So I speak to one person, it's a 2, it's a 7, it's a 6, it's a 6, it's a 5, it's an 8, it's a king. Oh, so close. It's a jack, it's a queen, it's a queen, it's a queen, it's a joker, it's a 3, it's a 4. And then bang, at the end of the pack, there's 4 aces. And one of those 4 aces goes on and does $100,000 a month in volume $500,000 a month in volume, even more and more and more. It happens. We have these moments, but what you're the only thing you're in control of really is consistency and the activity level. If you're consistently doing one thing a day, 5 minutes a day, you ain't gonna get, although yet well done for being consistent, you ain't gonna get very far. You need to be connecting with new people every single day. Pick a number, 1, 3, 5, 10. Go and connect with those people. I know a lot of people say that, but go into groups and pages where you hang out because you've got a passion for it. Give value into that. If you're just beginning out on Facebook and you're trying, you're frustrated with how long it takes to get people to attracted to you for whatever reason it might be, then go in there, add them. Before you add them, go and make sure you actually comment on a couple of their posts if it's visible due to their privacy settings. Love their profile photo, and then add them, okay? And then send them a message. What that does is I don't know if you guys know, but there's 3 types of Facebook inbox. There's your inbox, there's your other box, and then there's a junk other box, right? If you just send them a message without adding them, they go in the junk other box. If you comment on them or you add them and then you message them, it goes into the other box, right? Don't know how I'm doing this. And then if you're friends with them and you message them, they go into the inbox, all right? That's kind of the top little tip for you there. Right, okay, how are we doing? Right, I've got 5 more minutes. Boom, 10K. Thanks, Susan, I appreciate the love. Thank you very much. Ellie, I'm a network marketer, awesome. I'm committed, brilliant. As a new leader, what is the best ways to push forward with your team to keep them motivated when they start building? Steph, look through the Facebook Lives that I've done. If you go onto my personal profile, I think you can go on, you click on photos, and then you can go on albums, and then you can go on videos, and I'm not too sure what episode it was. I think it was episode 16, but I did a Facebook Live on that subject. On Pushful. I could go into it another half an hour, but I don't want to. It was a really good one. A lot of people got a lot of value from that, and I think it's called how to motivate your team and get out of being stuck. It was something like that, Steph. So I hope you can enjoy that one. After you have forwarded someone, how long do you leave it until they talk about the business? Great question, Zoe. So I usually forward, for those of you jumping on who don't know what I teach with Ford, Lord, and Frog, is Ford stands for Family, Occupation, Recreation, Dreams. Family, Occupation, Recreation, Dreams. Lord stands for Location, Occupation, Recreation, Dreams. Location, Occupation, Recreation, Dreams. Frog stands for Family, Recreation, Occupation, Goals. Family, Recreation, Occupation, Goals. So usually on the Monday or Tuesday, I'm like, hey Zoe, I'm not betraying Bob or Mary. I'm just using Zoe because she asked a question. Don't anyone lose their shit with me over that one, all right? Okay, right. Hey Zoe, how was your weekend? Yeah, good, thanks. How was yours? Real good. Zoe, just curious. Bum, 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 bum. And I use one of the 4 or 5 curiosity questions that I've got. One of the 4 or 5 curiosity questions that I've got, which I explained on the webinar. For those of you who weren't on the webinar we did on Thursday, completely free webinar. It was literally we just shared so much stuff on there. We're doing it again on Thursday. So you can go to theninjanetworker.com/Facebook and you can register. We're doing it again Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time. Right. Okay. Right, guys. For those of you who haven't asked a question, feel free to ask it again right now, and I'll do one more question. Now, one last thing. Next Tuesday, I'm not done just yet, but next Tuesday, while some of you are on still, next Tuesday, basically in 2 days' time, I'm going to talk to you about, I'm going to do a training on how to be the best upline or mentor possible. Now, this works really, really well. Okay, it doesn't matter if you haven't got a team yet. It doesn't matter if you've got a team of 1. It doesn't matter if you've got a team of 5. It doesn't matter if you've got a team of 1,000. You need to know this information for when you build your team. It's super, super, super important. Okay, and I promise you, it's the simplest explanation to be the best upline possible. Right? It really, really is. You won't want to miss it, and you won't ever forget it. There's just a few things that you need to do. Do you have any good tips on time management, Laura? Yes, I think it was last Tuesday, what date are we on now? 19, 20, 21, Tuesday the 7th of this month. So go down my profile a few days, like literally a couple of weeks, and I did it. I think it was episode 23 on the Tuesday sessions. I literally did the social media time management, I think it was. Right, okay. Now, what I want to do, right, I'm going to mention you something. I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but me and Vincenzo, we've been working really hard over the last, well, to be honest with you, since April, May on the Ninja Networker. And I said to him, and he came to me, he's in Tenerife right now, he said, mate, what do you think, because we're all about giving, what do you think about making someone's Christmas extra special this year? And I was like, I like the sound of this, like, what you thinking? He said, how about we give like a load of money away? And I was like, nice, I like what you're saying, so what do they have to do? So me and him started brainstorming on different things and what people are going to need to do, but like really basic, like it's just super basic. So we're going to make sure that someone out there who's been following us and who does what we asked them to do, like literally don't worry, you're not going to have to like pull your pants down and to go streaking in the middle of London or the middle of Liverpool or anything. Why did I say pull? I could have chosen anything, and I decided to I'm sorry guys, don't report me, okay? I don't know why I said that, but what we're gonna be announcing this real soon, and yeah. So what I'm gonna do, right? I think it's a new thing. I've not noticed it. I don't go on that many lives. I've been plugging into a lot more of you guys who I'm friends with on their lives recently. But at the end of this live, a message is gonna pop up, and it's gonna say like subscribe. If you have already pressed that and it says subscribed, then screenshot it. If you haven't already done that, hit the subscribe button, screenshot it, and then I want you to send that screenshot. Okay, if you want to participate in this little contest we're going to give one family like literally an amazing Christmas, what I want you to do is I want you to send that screenshot to my business page. It doesn't count if it's my personal page because I won't be able to manage it all. It's got to be the business page, right? So just at the end of this webinar, as soon as I finish, if you press subscribe, if it says subscribed, great. If it doesn't, hit it so it does, screenshot it, send it to my business page, right? I'm going to put your name into the draw on top of what you're going to do, so you're going to kind of get bonus points in this little contest we're going to be doing. And you'll probably see it in the next few days. Maybe, I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week it will begin. Yes, send it as a personal message to my business page, on Fraser Brooks. So, very important that you do that. But we cannot wait. Honestly, we cannot wait to be able to help at least one family have the best Christmas of their entire lives. And I can always guarantee that. So super pumped. We're all about giving back, guys. You'll see that very soon. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing you on this Tuesday coming up in like 2 days' time, talking about how to be the best upline or mentor possible. I promise you're going to get tons of value from it. Thank you for those of you who have reached out and who have showed some love and support over the last, over this weekend. It's been awful, especially those who have reached out to my dad, giving him some love as well. So thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much. As always, I only do these for you. Again, thanks for helping me hit the 10K. And the goal is, that was my goal for this year, to hit the 10K followers. The goal for March, I know it's a big one, but March the 28th, my 30th birthday, I'm going for 20,000. So let's go. Right, thanks guys. Remember, screenshot the subscribe, send it as a message to my business page. See you all soon. Bye-bye.